I never thought he was good at, he's a great orator. I like his values, I like his purpose. Let's face it, there's only one party trying to do something in healthcare right now. The other party's just watching, like the sidewalk superintendent, watching a building go up. Well, you got a problem there on the 7th floor, I don't want to hear from those people. I don't want to hear from them because they're just critics. But I think that he doesn't seem to want to have the kind of structure that, for example, Reagan had to wind up with a strong chief of staff who has kick-ass authority, who everybody's afraid of, and a kind of a chain of command that makes some kind of sense, with everyone with unique responsibilities. The reason the Reagan administration was successful is everybody had a particular, unique connection to a duty. Mike Deaver was in charge of PR and theater and the whole thing and the way they presented stuff. Jim Baker was the general boss. Meese was the ideologue. People knew what their job was and the issues got. And under this administration, I see a floating Valerie of Jarrett floating around. I don't see anybody's I cannot believe Dennis McDonough is actually the chief of staff, really the chief of staff, running the place. I think that's why Bill Daley left. He wasn't really in charge. I don't sense the kind of, when Sebelius, Secretary Sebelius went on the hearings 2 weeks ago and couldn't really say who was in charge uniquely. She mentioned someone named Michelle who works for one of the sub-agencies that handles Medicare and Medicaid. And that person had 25 other responsibilities. This should have been one person with unique responsibility. You send MacArthur, I saw his portrait downstairs, to Japan. He's in charge. That's how we do things in this country. Unique responsibilities. I worked in campaigns. You never let people float around. I don't want floaters around. Everyone's got a job, and they're responsible if you blow it. That's the way it was with Tip, I can tell you. Brutal working for him. If anything went wrong, he knew who to blame. And I don't know who to blame right now. You can blame Sebelius, you can blame somebody in the CMM, whatever, the agency that delivers. The problem is, he doesn't seem to want to yield that authority to someone. I guess, you tell me why he doesn't want to have a strong chief executive or chief operating officer under him. It's sad, because I do believe in this guy's purposes, and I did support health care. And I hate to see this happen. It's terrible. It's just a bad... The Republican Party has a reputation for business competence, but doesn't want to do these things. The Democrats want to do them, but they don't have the reputation, nor do they have the earned reputation for it. So we're stuck with nobody that can do it who wants to do it. Yeah. That's the same with the terrible word infrastructure. Get on the subway, get out on the highway, drive around New York. It's like driving on a buckboard. And this is a rough city to ride around in, especially about a crazy cab driver. But this is rough. You're being thrown around the car. I don't know what we're going through, canyons. I don't know what we're going through here. We're going through something. I never knew the topography of New York City until I'm in a cab. Everything needs fixing. And everything underground, we don't know what's going on down there. We don't know. If we have a flood in New York, I don't know what. Anyway, so it'd be great if we had people that knew how to build trains. And I've been to Europe. Of course, your country has the shuttle, 20 minutes, and you're in France. You don't even know what happened. It's like taking it's not even like the Amtrak. That's a ride. You go to Europe for nothing. And then Deja Bay, 365 miles an hour, and you don't think you're moving, and you really see the bullet trains, and what do we got?
Yeah.
How did we fall half a century behind? And it just seems like we should be really... I grew up in Northeast Philly where the Bud plant. But they built all this stuff. They built all the subways for Tokyo and Seoul. And they built the airplanes and the fast trains. And somehow we got out of the business of keeping up. I don't know. It's called stimulus. The second worst word in the world is stimulus. Let's go spend $1 trillion. Only the Democrats would say, let's go spend $1 trillion. We're not sure on what. Let's just go spend it somewhere, like a sale on the weekend. And I'm going to go spend some money and help the economy. It sounds counterintuitive. Why don't you have some blueprints of what you're going to build and what you may be able to get it for and how you get it cheaper and maybe more efficiently built. And you can find the best contractors. But instead, let's go spend $1 trillion.
Right,
Stimulus.
Let me ask you.
It's insane, and that's why we got a problem. And I